right then, let's take a look at this. An Apple launch event. Right, okay. Yep, Tim Cook. Apple Watch, yeah. All right, fine. Get on with it. Apple iPad, yeah, great. Well, that's it. No iPhone 12. Wasting my time.
vidIQ.
vidIQ.
vidIQ.com.
Yep, folks, I've just spent the last hour wasting time, valuable time, not preparing for this live stream and watching Apple not release any products that I'm actually interested in. It was the most underwhelming live stream that I've ever watched. And Dan, I think you're right in the strategy of not bothering with these things and just getting a Cliff Notes later on. But hopefully we're not going to be underwhelming for the next couple of hours as we welcome you into vidIQ channel audits. Every single Tuesday, we open our doors, our wisdom, our experience, and we help you grow your YouTube channels by the submission forms that are in the video description. If you are brand new to vidIQ, then do let us know in the chat right now with a hashtag new. We will be shouting some of you out. We are the YouTube tool, the YouTube channel, and the YouTube Learning Academy that educates you on your YouTube journey. And of course, I could not do this with my wonderful, extremely enthusiastic, hyper-pumped hosts, co-hosts. First of all, welcoming, as always, Dan. Say hello, Dan, to our wonderful community.
Hello. Hello, wonderful community. Hello.
Oh, there's some awesome enthusiasm there, Dan. Really enjoying that. And, of course, we would not be complete without Travis. Hello, Travis. Say hello to our great community here.
Hey, everybody. Hope you're doing well. And I know you're all excited to get your channels audited. So let's see what we can do and see how many of them we can get to.
Absolutely. This is your Three Amigos crew that are going to be guiding you through some of your channels over the next couple of hours. I'm going to start off with the shout-outs this week, and I'm going to say hello to the following people that include 69 Noob Gamer. They are new to the live stream. Welcome. Sam Woods Creations, also new to the live streams. Hello to you. Ali Talks is here. Bades Bay is also new. Hello to you. Ultimate Reaction, hello. And we've also got Ace Jake, who is new to the live stream. Wow, lots of new people this week. Welcome. And Sketch and FMJ Roblox Adventures. Long channel name, but I'm going to say hello to you as well. Dan, who are you shouting out this week?
Probably somebody. We got all kinds of people. I'm going to focus on people who say that they're new, and you better not be lying to me. People like ZG Productions and Ruben Patrick and Finn Goat. I like that name. Finn Goat 11.
I like that one as well.
Xanderman with an X, so I'm assuming it's like the X but said like a Z. I never understood that. I don't know why that is. Kind Killer 84. That's funny. Kind Killer. Let's see. And Ace Gamer.
All right then. Hello to all of you. And Travis, your shout-outs are...
All right, let's take a look. We got Tech Truth. We got Gaming Army, Continuity, all of his real PJ Bros. And let's do one more. Let's just say hi to, well, we've said this before, but Waffle Edits is always a fun.
Waffle Edits, along with Generic Waffle, they definitely need to do a collab. And of course, hello to all of our moderators here who are joining in. I'm going to say a special welcome and hello, although he's only sort of watching in the background this week, to Dan H, who is our new community manager, who you may be hearing from in future videos and live streams. But hello, Dan. Hopefully you're observing and making sure that some of this live stream stays clean and PG rated, I'm going to say. All right, folks, let's do a little bit of a plug here. Since a lot of you are new, then I highly recommend, if you haven't already done so, subscribing to vidIQ, because we're going to be doing a lot of educational content over the coming months and years, and we do these live streams every single Tuesday. So if you want to get notified of this live stream, make sure to subscribe. And for 10 seconds of awkward silence, please do give us a thumbs up while I just stare at you blankly into the camera in quite a mean and menacing way, a bit like this. 10 seconds.
vidIQ.
vidIQ.
vidIQ.com.
Boy, isn't that uncomfortable. All right, we're actually going to get into the business of live stream channel auditing now. If you are a regular to the live stream, then folks, please do start creating your wonderful Twitter creations, which we'll explain in a little moment for you new folks. But if you are brand new to this live stream, this is how it works every single week. 2 minutes of channel audit tutorials. vidIQ channel audits are all about helping you become better YouTubers. To submit your channel for possible review, in the video description of this live stream, there is a link that will take you to this simple form. Fill it out, and prior to the stream, we will pick out several channels for review. Channel audits are free. We offer them as part of the vidIQ YouTube service, and we can't be bribed. While super chats are always welcome, they will not buy you a channel audit. We do not want to create a financial barrier to this weekly community get together. The live chat exists so that you can all converse with the community. Don't ask for channel audits. During a live stream, the hosts don't have time to read them, and moderators will put you in timeout. And speaking of moderators, I wanted to personally thank each and every one of you for supporting us every single week to make sure that this show gets up and running. It really is appreciated. We get hundreds of submissions every single week, and unfortunately we can't audit every channel. To ensure your channel has a fair chance each week, we purge the list, and after we audit pre-selected channels, we randomly choose which channels get audited. We only have so much time in a day to audit your channels, but if you download the vidIQ extension, our 24/7 channel audit tool will offer you tailored advice specific to your YouTube channel. If you haven't already done so, download vidIQ for free today. A link is in the video description. If you submit your channel, expect constructive criticism. We assume you want to grow your audience on YouTube, and that is what our advice is based on. Appreciate that we are viewing your channel for the first time. If we get something wrong, we didn't do it on purpose. It may be that your messaging and branding isn't doing the job it's supposed to do. And make sure to listen to the advice we give to all channels, not just yours. Test everything. Some strategies will work better for some channels, whilst it won't work for some channels at all. Always review the data YouTube gives you and then test again. Thumbnails are a topic that come up time and time again, so to help you with that, we've put together both a playlist on our channel and a dedicated vidIQ Academy course. Links to both are in the video description of this live stream. We always appreciate it when you click on the thumbs up button. If you haven't already done so, subscribe to the channel and click on the notification bell so that you know when we next go live. And do us a favour, folks, if you do find this live stream useful, share it with at least one other video creator who you think could benefit from our advice. Are you ready? Let's do this. All right then, final bit of housekeeping before we jump into it. As always, we are supporting the COVID-19 Solidarity Response Fund. So any super chats that you donate to us in this live stream will go directly to them. And I want to thank already Gleaming Finds and Damon Warren, who have both contributed $5 to that cause. Thank you very much. And just as a final, £5, from Gleaming Finds. And finally, just to mention that we get a lot of channel submissions every single week, hundreds, and we can't audit them all. If you do not get your channel audited this week, pay attention to the channels that we are auditing, because almost undoubtedly the things that you are doing right and wrong are mirrored by many other channels, and you should be able to identify that when we watch other channels. I mean, you self-auditing other channels is a great way to take a step back and then objectively look at your channel. So I just want to remind you of that if we don't fit you in. And with all that being said, Dan, Travis, can you just confirm you can see my screens?
Yep.
All right then. So this is how things generally work. You have a form to fill out, two forms these days. One that is a non-gaming audit submission form, which is this one, and a gaming audit submission form. And we take channels from both of those, and we always take the first channel that submits every single week from both forms. So the first channel we are auditing this week comes from the Lemon Merchant. This is it, folks. We're jumping into channel audits for the next couple of hours. And this channel has 18 subscribers. And Dan, I'm going to start with you on this one, because I want you to tell me, this is a channel that tells us they're a non-gaming channel. But what do you think this channel is as you just observe it for the first 30 seconds?
This is, I mean, obviously there's gaming content here, but I feel like this is more like a personality kind of channel. Somebody who's using maybe games to tell a story, maybe for vlogging, things like that, but they're not necessarily a gaming channel per se.
Do you think it's fine for a newish channel to maybe try and incorporate a bit of gaming along with maybe the personality stuff that they're doing on their channel? Or is there a concern perhaps that somebody may look at the Call of Duty highlights incomparable video, subscribe for that, and then they're looking at the tweet that started it all that perhaps isn't anything to do with gaming? I'm just wondering if there's enough room for this kind of cross-genre topic going on for a smaller channel.
This early, I would say it's going to confuse people because the only reason I gave the critique I did is because you told me they posted on the wrong form. So that was kind of a benefit of the doubt scenario. If I were to just see this channel out in the wild, I would kind of immediately assume like gaming channel / dank meme channel, you know. I don't really know what I'm getting. I
was just going to say, can you clarify what you mean by dank meme channel? And I think you've just summarized that now as that's probably needs to be a shirt that we need to do. More on that in a little moment. But dank channel, I'm not sure what I'm getting. Yeah, as a definition. Nice one.
Yeah, I think these kinds of channels, like starting out this way is tough because my strategy if I was to start a meme channel right now would be to constantly be posting and taking advantage of different trends and different trending topics and stuff, especially if people are starting to make fun of them. And I'm seeing a lot of imagery here that like Call of Duty Modern Warfare is an old game now. The tweet that started it all doesn't really tell me anything, but yeah, I think that the thumbnails and stuff that would bring me in would be ones that would relate to current trending memes and funny things like that.
Yeah. And then let's just maybe get a final thought from here, Travis, because it kind of feels like a gaming channel, but there's other bits in there. Is there anything that you can glean from this? Although it is early doors for the channel right now.
Yeah, I don't know if they really know what their channel is about at the moment, because it looks like they're trying a bunch of different things. And, you know, when you're really first starting out, I guess that's okay. But if you're just giving a little bit of everything, then you have to expect that the people who subscribe from one video won't necessarily watch the other. So you just need to make sure whatever you're doing, you kind of stick to your guns.
The channel is 4 months old at this point. I think they clearly started off as a gaming channel exclusively, and now they're sort of venturing out. So I still think you're in the experimentation stage. But yeah, I think, Dan, you explained it best here, that we're just not sure what we're getting into with this channel just yet, and you probably want to try and clarify that a bit more if you can. With a channel banner as well, because we're missing one of them. The Lemon Merchant by itself doesn't explain anything. It's kind of similar to generic waffle. You know, I guess there is personality and comedy perhaps in there, but I think that perhaps needs to be a little more explicit on your channel. So that is a Lemon Merchant. That is the first non-gaming channel, even though it kind of is and it isn't. And I think that's probably one of the confusing things. What we're going to do now is audit our first gaming channel, the first one to submit in the form. And Dan, this channel is, if I can get my tabs to work correctly, the Val Nerd Gaming. And so they upload weekly videos. You're doing a bit of a call to action there in a channel banner. It's probably not what I would do. I'd concentrate on telling us what the channel's about. When I see Val Nerd Gaming, I think, is this a Valorant gaming channel? But the thumbnails clearly seem to suggest not almost immediately. So that's my thoughts as a non-gaming opinion. Dan, let's go over to you for some more expertise on this subject.
So how long have they been posting?
2 months at this point,
okay.
So still in the opening stages of their channel.
Well, welcome to YouTube. The things you're doing right out of the gate is you do have a unique name. You've got yourself a unique icon, and you've made a banner that at the very least tries to say a little bit about who you are. I would say that it is still a bit vague. A lot of the advice you'll hear us give a lot of gaming channels would be to try and stick to one game or one topic, and you've kind of said just gaming. So we can assume that you're going to be playing a lot of different things, which is fun, but the problem with that is a lot of people are going to have trouble subscribing to one of those things you're doing, say Minecraft, and then you do another Roblox video. The crossover there, especially with such a small channel, is probably next to nothing. And so you'll have to struggle with that as you continue to try and grow. So we always tell channels like this, it's great that you're using custom thumbnails and things like that, but you want to try to start smaller. Try and start with just one game, maybe even a topic. Maybe if you like Minecraft, are you good at Redstone? Can you just do a series of Redstone videos for a while? Things like that. And then branch out kind of later on. Yeah,
I was just getting into the thumbnails here and thinking there's no consistency or pattern just yet in the thumbnails. So feels like we often talk about when a creator just starts making thumbnails from scratch every single time, kind of lose their consistency. So I'm not sure from one thumbnail to the next whether or not that I'm following the channel. And then I was just looking here, you've used episode numbers in some of your videos. So there's episode 1 here of Minecraft Survival, and then there's 3 videos on other things, although there is a Minecraft video here, and then I know presumably episode 2 of this survival thing. So we've got 3 videos and 2 weeks worth of different content before we perhaps get back to what I subscribed for. So again, topic consistency is something to consider there. That is the Val Nerd Gaming, our second channel. And what we'll do now is go to our Photoshop battles. If you are a regular here on the live stream, you will know that every single week we post a image on the Twitter channel here at vidIQ. So make sure to follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. It's all the vidIQ kind of links there. And Dan, we kind of gave people a bit of a home run here and just gave a picture of you wearing your VR stuff. So just maybe talk us through some of these submissions. I noticed here that you decided to just submit your own, which was interesting.
I was inspired. I mean, there was a lot of really good submissions this week, and it got me kind of chuckling. So I was inspired to submit something.
Not enough work to do at vidIQ, I assume. I will be talking to your boss about that.
I actually used it to make a promo. You'll see that soon.
Oh yeah, here we go. So
you'll see it. I promise. Yeah. These are great, though. This is probably my favorite Photoshop battle we've done so far.
Yeah, I mean, I love this one.
Yeah.
Very nicely done.
That was my first choice, but I think we've done their channel before.
Yeah. You're dissolving there in that one, Dan.
Yeah, and that person said not to do their channel either. So there's a lot of good ones, and a few people just either we've done them before, or they told us not to do theirs because for whatever reason. So we ended up going with one closer to the top.
Yeah. I want to sort of sneakily scroll past that one, which is this.
Yes.
You're looking a bit serious and, quite frankly, very scary there, Dan.
My mouth was already agape, and they made it bigger.
Wow. Yeah. I don't know. Is that not safe for live stream there almost a little bit? I think we're going to accept it. So the winner is Andreas Parada from Twitter. Thank you for the submission. And this is your channel. So, Travis, I'm going to let you lead with this one. Just to give you a bit of a backdrop. I think it's a comedy channel from what I could tell after a very, very brief look. Just over 100 subscribers. But yeah, what are you thinking to the layout and the structure of this one? I'll just scroll up and down a little bit so you can see the thumbnails.
Yeah, it looks like they've been at it for a little while, but not like consistent. So you can see all of the year's videos in just one kind of scroll. Took some time off and then came back. I mean, so it's some type of comedy channel, definitely some kind of more edgy thumbnail humor. Nothing particularly wrong with it. It is very interesting, but it's also one of those things that's going to be difficult to like cornhole. I don't know like how that'll be found. It did really well on views, but I'm unsure like how someone would find that and know what it is exactly. But I mean, the thumbnail style is interesting. It's definitely like he has his own style, which I can appreciate. It's not just some smacked up thing. He's actually, you can tell that it's his type of content.
So, I mean, given the fact that the number of subscribers, Travis, and like the view counts that they're getting, I think, you know, we always talk about it's really difficult for personality channels to grow to begin with because people aren't necessarily searching for your content. But then once you're a larger channel, it becomes easier to grow faster than a search-driven channel because your fans and subscribers sort of stay longer and are attached to your content. So I think given the view counts here, and you say like they took a break, but now they've come back in the last 2 months and created like a good consistent amount of content, I'm seeing some really positive things here. And I think the thumbnails are, like you say, they are a little risque. I mean, I think you're making sure that they're clean for the thumbnails. Maybe the content inside it is a little more adult orientated. So there is that to consider. But I would be really keen to see what the average view duration on these videos is. They're all generally over 5 minutes. And I think if you're starting to build here, there's some good stuff there for the channel. Anything you're noticing here, Dan, that maybe Travis and I have possibly missed?
It just looks like a lot of fun. I want to go back and try and watch some of these because they look like they'd be pretty good. I don't exactly know what I'm going to get, but I can kind of tell they're made in jest and they're probably going to make me laugh. I want to give this channel the same advice we gave the one channel from a couple audits ago now. Is there anything you can do with some kind of trending show or movie coming out soon? Like the Mandalorian 2 teaser just came out today.
Good
Maybe
point. Yeah.
a good time to make a funny, parody of Mandalorian. So
more generally speaking, we've got Halloween coming up. The football season just started. There are many sort of possible tie-ins that you could do if you want to try that. That's a good suggestion. I mean, WrestleMania here. I mean, we have WrestleMania, that's in the springtime, so it would have, I mean, you could have maybe done SummerSlam, might have been a little closer if you were thinking of doing something wrestling-wise. But yeah, I'm seeing some positive signs here. This is the type of channel I'd probably want to revisit in 3 to 6 months' time to see if you kept up with your consistency, continue to make these intriguing thumbnails. I think, Dan, you're right in the sense that this is another one of these channels where I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to get, but I think the theme is adult comedy. And I'm intrigued enough from the thumbnails that I probably want to click on it. Whereas the previous channels, we just weren't sure what we're getting at all. And so I think there can be a little bit of mystery in the thumbnails. And this kind of, I think, does it well. So yeah, well done, Andres Parada. Thank you for the tweet. Thank you for the channel submission. And yeah, I think we're fairly positive on this one. I'm just interested to know what your audience might be and if you would have any restricted content as you go towards monetization, but that's not something to worry about just yet on your channel. Right, let's move on to the next channel that we have selected, pre-selected from the audits, and this is going to be a penny pincher's guide. Again, Travis, I would like you to maybe start off with this one, looking at the channel banner and some of the thumbnails.
I like the idea behind it. I would hope that I can understand what it is by the name. I love when someone makes the name of the channel what the channel is about.
Yeah, agreed.
One less thing to try to figure out. Starting millionaire journey. So there's the money across the banner. Looks fine to me. And then we look down. Let's see, Medicare. The stimulus package. If you're trying to grow your channel, stimulus package videos sometimes work. Tesla stock, Trump Biden election, and so I don't know that the election has anything specifically to do with being a penny pincher. Medicare flow chart. Just follow this. Eviction memorandum. See, now I'm confused. Stimulus check makes a little bit of sense.
Yeah.
Was the most skill in business, Democratic convention, and politics. Now, so you've lost me. So I look at this, and there's a very distinct, like, penny pincher, right? I would think you'd come here and I'd find out how to save money on buying stuff, which I would think. And then, and some of these older later videos looks like that's what you were doing. And then I don't know what happened at some point, kind of widening the barrel, so to speak. And I'm just like, this is the stuff that makes sense down here. Like, this is if I would expect. But lately, it seems like you're kind of you're going outside of your niche. So
let's go back up to the top then. Like, what do we? So is it? Do you feel as if perhaps putting Trump on some of these thumbnails is just maybe a miss?
I don't know why I would care about Medicare if I'm a penny pincher. I don't know that I would.
Right.
If I'm a penny pincher, then I'm going to buy Tesla stock, no matter how cheap it is.
Yeah, I understand that. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there's just stuff here that I don't think goes in line with the name and what you would think is the purpose of this channel, just by the name alone.
Now, looking at the channel icon here, this confuses me a little bit as well.
Maybe they didn't change it.
Are they attached to like a financial publishing company of some kind? And I can't, very quickly looking at the about section, I can't see anything there. So that's thrown me a little bit. I don't know what's going on there. Everybody seems to be publishing videos in the last hour as well, just as I refresh the screen. So
I think college advice, how to adult college advice doesn't sound like I'm going to learn how to save money at college. Like, how to save money at college is definitely something that would make sense for a channel like it's called Penny Pinchers. But I mean,
I think what the creator needs to think about is the value proposition. Yep. I think the Penny Pincher is a nice, memorable channel name, isn't it, Travis? But ultimately, what does the creator want to give to the viewer? And I think it's kind of mixed up in so many different discussions about finances that spread a wide range of topics, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, it's a little bit too all over the place over the last week or two.
And I think what you probably need to do is less of the advertising about when you're going to be publishing videos and more of the true value proposition on this channel banner would be what I would like to see. So you have a website and you're linking to that. But I just don't. I don't get that strong sense of that from the thumbnails and the channel name. It feels like there's a weird crossover that I'm not quite following there. Dan, any just extra thoughts from you?
You guys
have
basically covered it. I think that, like, when I see the latest video, how to adult college advice, I want to imagine, because of the channel name, it's about saving money to some capacity, but I feel like maybe they thought, oh well, my channel name's a penny pincher's guide, so everyone will kind of know. I don't have to overthink my title. But I think the titles also in that case need to be treated as like, imagine people only see the title, they don't see your channel name, and they've never heard of you before. But
I just sorted by most popular here, and Travis, I mean, you spotted it as we were just going through a couple of thumbnails. They had some really interesting content on the stimulus checks. And so it's almost at this point is that YouTube have identified you as a creator that's trying to guide people through the financial implications of the coronavirus, COVID-19 in the US. That's currently where I think your channel sits, where you get the most views. So maybe you could just adjust the strategy a little bit there on your content.
If you're out of things to say about stimulus checks, are there local programs in different regions that people could take advantage of? Is there other information you can bring to that crowd who are trying to get some extra money during these times? It's just this is where your channel's gonna kind of sit for a while, unfortunately.
And I guess it should do. If you are trying to offer people up-to-date financial advice, there's no better / worse place, if you get what I mean, in terms of talking about how to financially survive through this period. Right. So that is a penny pincher's guide. Now, I just want to mention something here while we're on this channel. You may see in the top right-hand corner that we have this. This is the real-time stats bar, and it's showing you how our channel is performing right now, telling us that we're getting 3,000 views per hour and how many subscribers vidIQ has. And also on this channel, we can see that the Penny Pinchers Guides videos have a relatively good likes and dislikes ratio through this number here. Like, look, video got 90 likes and 1 dislike. So you're not doing too badly when people are watching your content. They seem to positively engage with it. And we've also got loads of new things down here. What is all of this? Well, if you are new to the live stream, you may also be new to vidIQ. These are lots of free tools that you can download that are going to help you grow your channel. Just as an example, I'm going to click on this video. I'm not actually going to play it, but hopefully on the right-hand side, you're going to see all of these tools. Well, look at all of this stuff. It's like going under the bonnet of the video to tell you why it was successful or wasn't. And this is another free tool that we have. This is all from vidIQ, so if you're not using vidIQ right now, check out the link in the description and maybe download it for free and check it out and see how it may help your channel grow. And with that plug over, let's move on to the next channel. And I think this is going to be a really interesting one for all of us here. Travis, just first of all, as you look at the channel banner and some of the thumbnails, what type of channel do you think this is?
Looks like some type of music channel.
There you go. Yeah, you've got that bit right. Could you be a little bit more specific, maybe by looking at the titles?
Oh, okay. So now he's reacting to different music. That's interesting. Music reaction channel specifically in the UK.
So having said that, 2,000 subscribers, and if you look at the view counts, they look to be healthily in the hundreds every single video. So what I want to say, first of all, is we audit music channels every single week, and we really sometimes struggle to offer a sound advice. But I think this channel has found a unique perspective on music by reacting to it. And specifically, we have to go into the About section here, but they're reacting to country music as well. And Travis, I'm sure you'll like this. Look at all of these cheeky little keywords of all of these artists that this channel has dropped in there in the About section. That I love.
Yeah, 100%. No, it's great. And now I don't understand what 94 Club means.
I'm lost with that as well a little bit, yeah.
But I like that there's a strong focus. If you subscribe to one thing, you're probably going to like some of the videos, the other videos he puts out. It's not random. It's not like he's baking cakes in one video and singing in the next and then playing Call of Duty in the third. I mean, it's really great. Know what you're going to get when you subscribe to a channel.
Question, I'll throw this one to you, Dan. I'm going to let you look at these thumbnails. Okay, like, got an idea of these thumbnails?
Yeah.
And then I'm going to show you these thumbnails at the top. Which do you prefer? And this is an open question. It's not a trap.
It feels like a trap, but I prefer the I prefer the newer ones. I like, you know what I like about the older ones is the background and stuff. I think it looks cool, but I also feel like because of the texture and everything, it looks busy. And I think he's behind a table, but it looks weird because the table matches the wall, so it just looks like he's cut off and floating there. And there's too much going on in all of them. There's some red text. I actually like the text in these ones right here a lot. But yeah, overall, those, although his set is cool, I think they didn't make great thumbnails, and now I think he's on the right track.
Oh, I've just noticed these ones further down.
Bad.
I can't quite like these ones as well. The reason I was asking is because if you look at the view counts here, they look as if they're in 500s, occasionally getting 1,000 here, 900. And then you go to these most recent ones where I think they're probably taking maybe some of our suggestions on board. And I don't feel as if the view counts are quite as high. Now, this may be because they're more recent videos and you get a lot of long tail views, like it turns into evergreen content. But I would definitely start thinking about maybe creating some YouTube groups and just testing like different colors or the backdrop, like this one here where you were much closer to the camera with the text. I like these thumbnails, I think. So that's just something to think about. I mean, usually we would say the thumbnail evolution here is going well, but I would be interested to know what the click-through rate is and whether that's delivering properly there. Dan, if you had any more thoughts, just like generally about the topic or anything, if you want to add something.
I think it's a great topic, and I think you know what's interesting about those older thumbnails is that the subject was just bigger and the text was easier to read. And now that we're using the same logos from the bands, it's kind of harder to read and it kind of feels a little bit busier. But I do like the colored backgrounds. I just wanted to touch on that real quick. But what's good about these, despite them looking kind of like thumbnail wallpaper, is the text is really easy to read, and it looks like you can almost see the whites of his eyes, and you kind of get that connection a little more.
Yeah. I think what doesn't work on these older thumbnails is the artist image on there. That's just completely lost. Whereas I think you're trying to bring the artist more into the thumbnails in these later ones. So I think keep testing. I think it's great that you're testing, and we'll find out more. Now, I just want to go into the videos very quickly here. Well, sorry, just before I say that, I think the reason this channel is growing nicely is because of consistency, as Travis said. You know almost exactly what you're getting from video to video. You're publishing videos every single day as well, so like kudos to you for committing to that video as well. So I think you know what your audience wants. And from reaction music, you might feel as if the music is maybe 3 or 4 minutes long, but you're able to stretch that out into a 15-minute video. As long as the audience retention is good, I applaud you there as well. The one thing I'm going to say here, which I just found really curious, I'm not sure, I'm just going to pick a video here, if it's going to load up for me, is I wanted to ask Travis and Dan if you noticed something a little unusual in the video, if it loads up. This is my internet, by the way. This is nothing else that's going wrong here. Okay. This is very boring.
I'm looking
there
forward.
We go. Right. Can you notice something about this image? I don't know if it's really obvious or not.
Well, I mean, it's not obvious, but that's a green screen. That's really well done.
Oh, you think it's a green screen?
I believe that it very well might be, or at least part of it is.
I don't think it's not a green screen. I'll tell you why in a second. Dan, can you spot what's a little odd here? I thought you'd see it quite easily, but maybe it's just me. Cause I had to watch a few videos, but maybe if you look at the hat, can you tell what's a little odd there?
Backwards.
Oh, it's backward. He flipped it.
Yeah. And then you can tell from all of the liquor bottles up here as well. And every single video is flipped.
It might be then it's being shot with a phone, because a lot of phones, front-facing cameras will do that.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But that was just interesting when I was watching each of the videos. And I guess one other question is that I think you're just showing the YouTube videos and reacting to them. So you may, I don't know if you monetize yet, but you may hit copyright issues. So that's probably something you maybe want to research a little bit going forward. But just going back to the channel in general, I know we spent a little time on this, but I think it's worth it because this is a good channel of consistency. 2,000 subscribers, you're getting a healthy number of views on each video, so well done to you, sir. Let's move on to the next channel then, unless anybody has anything to add. Silence means no. Sam's Wood Creations. Now, this channel has 3,500 subscribers, and ironically enough, both Travis and Dan suggested this one in their pre-picks. So, Dan and Travis, I'm going to sit back and let you discuss why you chose this channel.
The channel trailer queued up the second I got in there, and I was kind of grabbed right away. It's a short trailer, and you kind of get an idea of who this guy is and what he's going to do. He's obviously, and everything about his channel tells you that he's gonna do some woodworking. He's gonna craft some cool stuff. Yeah. And the thing he was showing off seemed pretty cool. So I'm like, this guy kind of knows what he's doing, and in terms of his talent. And I really wanted to, have us impart some YouTube advice on him, because I think there's just some obvious things here that we can help with.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, I think one of the reasons that I had picked him is mainly because his thumbnails need a lot of work. I don't know why he feels like he needs to put a lot of text over top of the entire thumbnail.
the text is destroying the creation, isn't it? It's just, and
it's a new thing. Look, it's something he's only recently been doing.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. When you look at this one, just this thumbnail, that's all you need to show. Like a bench with some skulls on it. Well, consider me intrigued. I'm going to click on it. Whereas on any of these, I've got to read the text. Don't throw it away. Think outside the box and fix it. I have no idea what you're talking about there. Just show me something in the imagery that's going to tell me something more effective.
Yeah, 100%. I think especially when you're building stuff, you want to show the end result so you can get interested in watching the video. And if you put text over top of it, I can't even see exactly what it's going to be in the video, and I want to be able to see it.
Yep. Absolutely. Dan, what are your general thoughts here?
Yeah, aside from the text kind of covering everything up, I do think that just if you could maybe craft your thumbnails just a little bit more, if you take the images of these really, really cool things you're building and just do a little bit of tweaking, up the contrast and saturation, make them pop a little bit more. Take that skull bench and zoom in on it so we can really see the skulls, get us really intrigued to click. I think your thumbnails are your lowest hanging fruit, because it would seem that you're doing a lot with titles that I don't know about putting Tiny Workshop in every single one, but you're telling us exactly what you're going to build, which I do like.
It's interesting you say that, because I was looking at these first videos, because first of all, I was looking at the fact they've got 3,500 subscribers, and these most recent videos don't have that many views. So I was wondering, did you have some breakout content? There's one here with nearly 100,000 views, and it included Tiny Workshop in the title, Dan. And then I was looking at all of these early. Oh, there's one here with 300,000 views.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm wondering if that's worth including in the title, or is it the fact that you're talking about this portable folding workbench, which is your top performing title keyword in your videos. So I think definitely, I'm not saying that you just talk about portable workbenches all of the time, but you have some authority on that, so maybe you want to revisit that. Having said that, I'm just looking at the length of the videos, and wow, those are all of your best performing ones. Wow, hashtag YouTube Shorts, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to be telling you more about that in some future videos. But all of your most popular videos are under a minute, which is really, really intriguing. And we've actually been having a discussion about this, haven't we? About if we were to start making vertical format videos. Yeah, they're all vertical format. I wonder if all of these have been appearing in shorts.
That's what I was going to say. Are these appearing on that shelf? Are these views recent?
Oh, well, maybe we can have a look here, Dan. Let's see, because hopefully another vidIQ tool should tell us that if it wants to work for us here. I'm going to click the historical tab there. Well, okay, so it had some success in July. So it was launched in March. It was getting some views in July. And then it tailed off again, and now it's picking up some more views again, like just as YouTube Shorts have been announced. This is interesting, really interesting stuff. I'm just gonna, sorry folks, I'm getting into my own intrigue here. I'm being a bit self-indulgent to try and find out some more information about these videos. Yeah, the problem is vidIQ didn't start picking up the data until a little later on in the video's life, which is a little unfortunate, but I'm wondering if there is something there that maybe this channel should do some more experimentation with these short form videos, because all of their videos recently have been longer form. Yeah, all over at least over 2 minutes. So I don't know if this is counterintuitive advice, but that is really interesting.
Yeah, definitely an interesting channel.
Okay, so let's just summarize, because we got thrown off completely there by those short form videos. When you are creating thumbnails, Try and get rid of the text. And I would also say maybe if you're not that good at creating thumbnails, because a lot of these maybe are just still images, maybe outsource it for a couple of videos. Like somebody on Fiverr might be able to create a really good looking thumbnail for you in 5 or 10 minutes, just to see if that really ups your thumbnail game. And yeah, I think there's definitely something worth experimenting here with these potential short form videos. Folks, keep an eye out on the YouTube channel, because I've already actually made some videos on YouTube Shorts that are coming out this week. That is then Sam Wood's Creations. And speaking of creations, it is now, I think, the appropriate time to
vidIQ.
vidIQ.
vidIQ.com.
Intro keeps coming up. I do apologise. One of my Elgato buttons is broken. Look at this. I'm going to have to stand up a little bit. Eat, Sleep, Create, Repeat. Now available as merch, hopefully. So if you look down on the live stream, I think, on mobile and desktop, you should now see a merchandise shelf where you can buy said products from us at the cheapest prices that we could literally offer them for. And we're going to add some more products very soon, because we're just testing as a soft launch these Eat, Sleep, Create, Repeat shirts. So do check us out. And if you ever do purchase one of these shirts, I'm going to just show it on screen again if you can see it. We will, of course, ask you for you to send your pictures into us on social, and we will share them wherever we see Eat, Sleeping, Creating, and Repeating. So that is a vidIQ merch store. There is also a link in the video description which shows you even more pieces of merch. And we will probably be asking for your suggestions, maybe for some type of merch going on in the future. In fact, what I'm probably going to ask Brittany to do, our social media manager, is maybe just put a blank shirt as a tweet, and then people can create vidIQ t-shirts, and maybe we'll turn one of them into a t-shirt. It sounds like a really scary idea when I think about it, but who knows. That is Sam's Woods Creations, though. Let's move on to the next channel that we're going to audit here, and it is Cowix. That's how I'm going to pronounce your channel. I apologize if I pronounced it wrong. Travis, do you want to kick us off on this one? It looks like there might be some tech involved here.
Yeah, some tech stuff, and then like the last one's more of a video game thing, which is kind of interesting. So you have some computer stuff, some flash drives, PUBG for, I think that's mobile, I think. So it's a wide-ranging tech channel, which can be interesting. Credit, Google Ads. It's a little wide. So there's some gaming. I think it's still trying to
start off as gaming.
Yeah. And then it's kind of narrowed down into, there's like some PC stuff, and there's some general tech stuff. I think you have to think of your channel like a channel on like a TV show. And if your favorite TV show is a comedy show every single week, and then one week it comes on and now it's all serious drama, you might not want to watch it then. So if you're here for really cool gaming PC videos, and then the next one's like USB flash drive, you might watch that one because it's computer related.
Yeah.
But you might or might not watch the flight simulator one, and maybe not the headphones. So, keeping it really tight is going to be a benefit. It's not bad to try to do a little bit and find out what thing catches on, and then double down on that. But you're a little wide here.
Yeah, I mean, 3 months ago they were doing GTA. Then they've gone through some gaming stuff, a little bit of flash drives, and now they've ended up at Microsoft Flight Simulator. What a weird and wonderful journey that has been for you over the last 3 months. But I think, as Travis says, experimentation is fine right now as a smaller channel. Ultimately, you're going to have to make a decision on one of these, whether it is the OnePlus Bullets wireless headphones. I mean, we have El Jefe here at vidIQ. His channel focuses solely on headphones and earbuds, and that's his like niche, and he's grown into a channel with tens of thousands of followers. But can you do that with just one video on wireless headphones, then flash drives, then pro bass, a Bluetooth gaming something or other, some more headphones? It's like you have some series of videos, like a series of headphones videos, and then a series of PUBG videos, and then a series of kick-ass gaming setups. But I'm not sure if you can fit all of them in your channel ultimately. Dan, any final thoughts from you on this one?
I mean, you guys kind of said it. I think that when you have a tech channel and it's going to just go over any tech you can possibly get your hands on, you're going to struggle to grow. It may feel a little crazy to only cover headphones, but I would recommend go checking out Hellface's channel. You can see how that actually plays out over the course of all the videos, and to you as a subscriber to that channel, it just feels right. You're going to subscribe because you're going to be constantly up to date on the latest and greatest headphone technology. Whereas here, if I subscribe because I want the best FPS in video games, and then you're doing wireless microphone reviews the next time, I'm going to be confused and I'm not going to know what I'm getting.
Judging from the most popular videos, the one theme that's been most successful is gaming performance and improving it. This one here is a standout one. You've probably got almost all of your 172 subscribers perhaps from that video. And then how often are you delivering on that content? Not as often as probably your subscribers want. Is that the direction you want to go in? Not sure, but I think, Travis, you talk about this a lot, where you make a video and it goes, I guess, viral for their channel. And then what do you do as a content creator? You are a gaming performance improvement channel, whether you like it or not right now. And it's going to be your decision whether you continue to feed that audience with more content or you pivot onto what ultimately you want to make. But right now, I don't think you're sure yourself what you want to make on your channel other than making content in general. So that is Cowix, and I think it's now time, for the first time, to go to our hashtag channel audits on Twitter. So let me just tell you how this works. Some of you hopefully have been submitting into this hashtag, and then we click on latest, and then we do something like this, where you submit a form or draw 25, and somebody says you're kidding, right? I don't think that quite entertains me enough to want me to audit the channel, but we'll look at one which does stick out. I do quite like that one, actually. That might be my first choice. Oh, hello. Breaking news here from the BBC. vidIQ audited your channel, or maybe Savage did, so you may have to wait a little while for Savage to do that. And I think we've seen this one before, have we? Yeah, don't resend stuff. That's a simple but effective one there. Anyone's jumping out for either Dan or Travis here? What do we have? What should we pick?
That one's really cool. You might, I don't know, either that one or the one with the you can't handle a channel review, because I think that's pretty. Let's
go then with Zach Godden first then for the channel audits here. And all right, you are a very new YouTuber, it seems, as you have just 3 videos out over the last 6 days. Welcome to YouTube. Looks like you're still building out your channel because you don't have a unique channel banner just yet. You do have what looks to be like a placeholder channel banner right now. It looks like to me you're going to be an educational channel in the Adobe Creative Cloud area, although your first 3 videos are all about Blender and Blender tutorials. The screenshots are just almost freeze frames from the program itself. Maybe you've added this on this text, I'm not sure. I think ultimately, if you're going to do like a how to make glowing text in Blender tutorial, really emphasize that glowing text and make that the only thing on the thumbnail, as opposed to trying to incorporate the program into it as well, would be where I start. But having said that, you've only been on YouTube for a week. You're already committing to some good tutorials here and staying focused. I wouldn't release the videos so close to each other, give them a little bit more time to breathe. So like you would release this 6 days ago, maybe this one on how to download fonts 2 or 3 days ago, and then this one today. So you may be pushing like 3 videos out a week, but spanned over that week period. Whew, I've given a lot of advice there. Hopefully I haven't covered everything there, Travis, if there's anything you could add.
Yeah, I think it's right. I do want to know if it's going to be more than Blender on this channel, because it implies a lot of things.
It does,
anything else? So it'll be really important to get into your next piece of software if you're going to cover it. If not, then change your banner, because there's nothing wrong with being a Blender channel. That's literally fine. But you're implying a lot in the banner. So let's get to where the truth lies.
I don't know why, but as soon as you said a Blender channel, Travis, I had the idea of changing this channel's name to like Will It Blend Tutorials.
That'd be funny.
Yeah, anyway,
That's old
Dan,
school.
Dan,
Yeah, stick with Blender. Blender is something that a lot of people are always trying to learn more about, and the fact that it seems like you're planning on moving into all the Adobe products and everything else, that seems like a plan for 100,000 subscribers. Stick with Blender, earn some real credibility, teach everything you can possibly teach about it, and you know, I just don't want to see this channel try and niche out too soon. I think you could make a very I think you could do a good job with just covering one program, especially one like Blender.
I just wonder, has anybody used the channel name Will It Blender? Is it open? Yeah, I think you might. Oh, somebody has got
Blender.
Will It Blender. There we go. Now let's see. Are they doing Blender tutorials? Yeah, they are.
You know.
But they gave up. Well, no, they started making videos 10 years ago, and they made one in the last 2 weeks. That's not much content. Sorry, I'm getting completely sidetracked there, but.
You know why those thumbnails were good, though, is because we got to see the finished product.
Yes.
In, the window of the program itself.
Well, I mean, if we were going to get some really good thumbnails, we'd probably just do that. It's like, ooh. Wow, is that actually a Blender?
I've seen that donut one before.
Oof. But yeah, we're looking at this type of thumbnail, Dan, aren't we? Something more effective. And maybe including the icon as well. The Blender branding icon would be a good way forward for you as well. Yes. So that is ZG Productions. You are very new to YouTube, though, so welcome to the journey, and we wish you all of the best. And I think, Travis, we were also going to try and handle the truth for Commander Tom here of his channel. I think he submits a lot of tweets. I don't think the channel's been audited, though, so this is your opportunity here for a look at a channel that is gaming for thinkers, because there is more than run and gun. I think your value proposition should be that. Like, take everything else out and then just say your value proposition is because there is more than run and gun, and then maybe have a couple less icons. It's far too chaotic, but I really like that value proposition. Now then, Dan, what do you think? Here's
the issue. There are no guns in Stardew Valley. Or Minecraft. Well, I guess if you mod Minecraft. I like the value proposition a lot. I feel like you're going to teach me how to be better at first-person shooters. But you're playing way too many games, and I don't have the sense that if I subscribe, I'm going to get that kind of value proposition.
I think it's the opposite, actually.
Yeah. I interpret this, Dan, as a channel that's actually opposed to first-person shooters.
I see.
Because there's more to gaming than just running and gunning.
Okay.
Having said that,
you're right.
There's one here with a gun on the thumbnail, and it's like the long Dark Arms race, which seems like a gun game of some kind.
You're absolutely right. I'm sorry. So that's, in that case, that's cool, but I still stand by there's too many games.
Yes, there is. I mean, and when this channel looks at Minecrafts, like there's one here with 3,000 views and one here with 1,000 views, that's a good signal.
And then we got more guns down there, too. So,
all right, maybe this value proposition just doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, we don't like your value proposition at all, and we think you should go back to the drive. I'm kidding. But yes, I think if I subscribe for your latest Stardew Valley video and you release another Long Dark video, I'm going to be like, oh, I guess I'll wait for Stardew again. And maybe it didn't do well, and you just decided never to go back to it. And eventually I'll just unsubscribe or I won't come back.
Yeah, unfortunately, there is a little bit of a classic gamer can't stick to one topic fatigue here from the viewer.
Right.
Like all of the most popular videos that we look at is, what is this game? It's not called Salad Barge, is it?
Salad?
What would this be?
Ark.
Okay, so you had some success with Ark.
Yeah.
You've had some success with Minecraft. So you have these occasional videos that are blowing up for you. But you just can't seem to stick to the content that people are subscribing for.
Right. We all subscribed because we want more Minecraft tutorials like that, more Ark tutorials, and you've kind of, pulled away from it a little bit. And that's going to be your biggest challenge.
All right. Awesome. That is Commander Tom then. Thank you for your tweet. I forgot to mention as well, by the way, if we do have more merch, like I think the ones that we're offering are the Eat, Sleep and Create and Repeat, but we do have more vidIQ branded stuff on the main merch store. And Dan, Lydia and myself are there all looking cool in our own kind of ways there. And yeah, do make sure to visit the merch store. That is the worst plug that I've just dropped in there, but at least you saw it.
You can look cool in your own kind of way too.
Yeah, absolutely. As long as you're eating, sleeping, creating, and repeating, except on weekends and public holidays. At least for me. Next channel we're going to look at here is the mobile, and I'm sorry, but I cannot say this word any other way apart from in a Cockney accent. Geezer. It's the mobile geezer. Who chose this channel?
I think I did.
All right then, Dan. Why did you choose this channel?
So I saw 3,500 subscribers. I saw Mobile Geezer. I'm like, say no more. And sure enough, it is a tech channel that covers mobile phones. And I'm assuming, just based on the name, for people in the older generation, which to me seems really, really valuable.
Yes.
And it also looks like they have their hands on a lot of different phones. We see one there, iPhone 11 versus Samsung Galaxy S10e, camera comparison. I actually watched one of those, and he literally films both at the same time. So you just get a side-by-side, constant side-by-side look at these two cameras. I thought that was a cool way to do it too. I like where this channel's going.
Let's have a look then. So I think if this channel is being directed to the older generation of tech users, I think there should be a stronger value proposition for that. A classic channel to check out is Steve Dotto, who is again an older creator. I'm going to describe him as. He's a friend of mine, so hopefully he doesn't mind me saying that. But he has a white beard and looks like Santa Claus. And he really does tap into the older generation. And I think maybe the channel banner and the thumbnails could perhaps do a little better job of that. And also, I think generally the thumbnail game should be upped a little bit. Travis, of course, you have a tech channel here. What could you maybe add as advice?
Yeah, I mean, it's a rough niche, but yeah, I like the idea of tech from kind of an older perspective, as long as you're leaning into that. I see some live streams and then some unboxings and various things, and I think the niche is correct. Like, the stuff is close enough. The earbuds and stuff do tend to work with like phone channels and stuff because people like to use wireless earbuds. Some of the thumbnails need some real work though.
Yeah.
And I would definitely take a look at well, definitely, I think A, it's thumbnails. You need to get thumbnails up. And then B, take a look at your retention graph, because other than that, like, I would expect more views on some of these. Even with not as good thumbnails, I would expect a couple more views. So I wonder if, that's an issue, or if maybe, I mean, that would probably be the issue. There's just so many, like that case review should do well over time. The thumbnail's fine for it. The Pixel 4a unboxing should be okay. It should be better than that. So even though it's a slightly older phone, basically, I think there's something going on. And for the most part, I think it's thumbnails, but you also want to take a look at your retention graph. And if it dives like really quickly, you need to really look at what you're doing or what's going on in the video that makes people leave early, if that's the case.
Some thumbnail thoughts. I mean, even though this one is still relatively simple, it is a freeze frame, but it has no text on it. And I think trying to move away from text may, again, help you rethink how you're making your content. And I think when I sort by most popular, one of your more successful types of content was photo comparisons or camera gear. So that might be a little bit of a niche within your tech area that you could potentially concentrate on. And finally, I'm really jealous because you have a Pixel 4a and they are like gold right now. I'm trying to get one myself, but I can't, and it's really, really frustrating. So congratulations to you, Mobile Gazer. Next channel then we're going to look at here is Aman Patro. You have hidden your subscriber count, which is fine. I'm not going to hold that against you. But when I look at your view counts, I see that you're getting thousands of views on each of your videos. And so I assume that you're a channel of tens of thousands. And who chose this? Was it me?
Travis or?
Oh, it wasn't me.
No, it was you then.
Maybe it was me. So I think the reason I chose this was because,
or maybe
while these thumbnails are absolutely phenomenal, and they have to be because you are a mobile photography channel, a channel that I assume helps people how to create fantastic imagery. And boy, Travis, like you agree with me here, whereby certain channels are put on an even higher pedestal when it comes to thumbnails, and almost all of the time, I'm not going to say every single time, this channel hits it out of the park with thumbnails.
Yeah, they're just really fantastic. They definitely look professional. And that's what makes that really important is if someone is looking to get this information, they want to go to somewhere where they believe that the person knows what they're doing. And this is positive. If they can do this, of course you want to know, well, hi, how do I do that? You know, it looks great. You can't have a crappy thumbnail and then great content because, you know what I mean? No one's ever going to see it, especially in certain niches like we've talked about before. And this being one of them.
What do you think about, and this is an open question to both Travis and Dan here, what about the text on the thumbnails? Do you think they could maybe use less text, or there's a reason they're using the text?
Some of these are fine, but then aspects of it are not. So for example, nature preset, there's a whole thing underneath that I can't read.
Right, yeah, this little...
Yeah, they need to get rid of
here.
They need to get rid of all that stuff. But the way in which they're using it in their videos, their thumbnails is fine. That minus the small stuff. I think it's artistic and it just, I don't know, it makes sense to me.
So the messaging is always free premium presets. So I'm wondering if you could almost emphasize the free aspect a little more and not have to use so much text there. That might be an idea. I just love this thumbnail in particular because it's autumnal presets, and the thumbnail really gives off that vibe. There's like an association there with what's in your head when you're looking at this thumbnail in terms of the intent of the creator. Brilliant. What I will say though is there are occasional duds. Like there's I don't know why, but I just feel as if the creator maybe hasn't put as much time into this one for some reason. It doesn't feel as artistic. Another one here where it's a giveaway, and again I don't feel that there's been as much enthusiasm and passion being put into that. You know, sometimes when you can tell when a creator maybe just is lacking in energy in a content, or they're not feeling it when they make the video. I sometimes get that from some of these thumbnails, and maybe it's because it was a giveaway or something. I don't know. I might be wrong. Convince me otherwise, or are you picking up maybe a lack of enthusiasm occasionally in some of these thumbnails that
just
draws into the content?
Yeah, just some. Overall, they're very nice. They're very eye-catching. Yeah. And I think this channel offers a lot of value to people who use the programs that they're covering, in this case, like Lightroom. Presets for Adobe products are always really helpful. So if you're giving those away in every video, I imagine that's a lot of your views. And I do hope I'd be interested anyway to see the retention on these, because you know, the free presets seem to be the big draw. So I almost don't know what the videos themselves are going to be about. Are you going to show me just what these look like, or maybe how to install them, or you know what I mean? And do you need to communicate that? I don't necessarily know. I think the retention would kind of change my opinion there.
All right, so some analytics maybe for the creator to look at outside of this audit. But well done, Aman Patro. A really nice stylized channel. Love it. And well done to you for some phenomenal thumbnails. We'll move on to the next channel now, which is Yaroski Pool Practice. Again, apologize if I pronounced that wrong. Travis, I want you to lead off with this one. Just some interesting thoughts I had on this, but take it away here.
Yeah, I mean, it's a pool channel, which is cool.
It's a pool cue. We can see that.
Yeah. So that's good. I know what I'm going to get out of the channel, which I'm always a fan of. I like the trick shot thumbnail. It's really cool looking. And then some of these are cool. I would like to see a slightly zoomed in version of these thumbnails. They're just slightly too far away, I believe. But I do love like some of the SEO that's in his, like the ICA. Obviously, some of this stuff is very, you know, you have to be into pool to understand what it means. So I suspect that they'll be good for SEO. But yeah, I mean, I like that you're going to learn, or I don't know if you're going to learn how to do the trick shots, or you're just straight up going to show you them. Maybe if you are just showing them, if you did additional videos where you kind of show how to do them, that's double your content right there. Why not?
I would say, given the video length, there must be some sort of tutorial and setup going on where the creator is showing people how to do that. But maybe that needs to be included perhaps somewhere. And I don't know. What I like about this channel is that although these thumbnails are fantastic, they are consistent, and so you always know the channel just from the pool table. I agree that maybe they need to be zoomed in a little bit more, and perhaps using some iconography to help direct the viewer's eye onto maybe what they need to be setting up. I mean, on this one, they've done it a little bit with some arrows, but they're not clear to see. I think everything just is lacking a bit of detail, and I'd like to see that more in the thumbnails. Dan, let me know if you have any thoughts. I'm just going to do a quick search now for pool trick shots and see if we can find some good thumbnails, perhaps.
Yeah, let's do that. I was going to say the thumbnails seem like the lowest hanging fruit here.
I'm just wondering if maybe angled views of a table could be more effective. Here's one where somebody's like in position with an arrow showing where the ball's going to go. Well, I think that's quite an interesting way of putting it. So yeah. Oh, hello. That's an interesting one. Well, there's some interesting thumbnails there for pool trick shots. Oh, I mean, that one, there's a lot of detail gone into that one. Looks fantastic. I'm not saying that the creator wants to all of a sudden jump from the quality that they're creating now to this, but going back to the channel, I trying to tell a little bit more about your trick shots through the imagery, I think is going to help with the channel there. And Travis, you said some good stuff about the titles and the keywords going in there. And yeah, I'll leave it the last thoughts with you here, Dan, if you have any.
No, just keep it up. I would really like to see a little more work in the thumbnails. The one my eye's drawn to is the one there with the just the balls lined up, kind of at an angle.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, if you could do more stuff like that, increase the saturation and the contrast things, just make it pop a little bit more. You already have some videos with really good views, and it seems like you have a really good idea of what your niche is, which is great. I just think keep at it.
Yeah, I think people want to be wowed and amazed by the trick shot in a thumbnail, and that, admittedly, is super hard to do. But channels like Dude Perfect build their channels on getting those clicks through the power of their thumbnails. So yeah, channel focus is great. It looks like you're very talented at what you do. The one thing that's maybe letting you down right now are the thumbnails. So let's see if we can work on them. Moving on to the next channel, then we have Cool Contraptions. All right then, whose selection was this?
That was mine, because I thought it was kind of a cool channel. Some thumbnails are, of course, better than others, but I thought the first low-hanging fruit was actually the banner, because the banner's so plain compared to like some of the cool things he's going to go over. Like it's kind of cool in and of itself, but I mean, really, if you have some cool contraptions, you should have them in your banner, I think.
Yeah, especially an Iron Man hand that can shoot ice. Wow.
Yeah, like I watched one or two, and they're really cool. There's some really cool stuff going on here. And like for the $2 airsoft gun, there's too much text kind of in the way, and plus you already say that in your title, so it's kind of unnecessary. If you're going to say something in the title, make sure that it's something in the thumbnail, make sure it's something different than the title.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's such a cool concept for a channel, which is a lot of times one of the hardest things to figure out is like, what is your channel concept going to be? So I'm in for that. But yeah, some of the thumbnails need to come up. I like some of the more recent ones. That last one is really cool. I think it looks really good. I think it's going to do well. Mm-hmm. And the Spider-Man one is a good perspective, but I think maybe the text is slightly in the way there, and maybe you could have stylized it a little bit. But it's such a cool sounding video that I might want to check it out.
I think this is one of these channels where this is the type of thing we recommend, of tying in your craft, your artistry, whatever it is you're good at, with cultural phenomenons. And they're doing this with the Iron Man hand and the mechanical spider web. The timing is a little bit wrong because the Avengers has moved on now, but hell, you've done it now, and it's certainly, this is the type of video that could get millions of views, couldn't it? If it hit the right audience and YouTube wanted to promote it. The one thing I will say before I let Dan chime in is that I watched the first part of this Iron Man video, and it started out with a minute's long worth of the actual Avengers movie, and if I was somebody coming into the video, that would have switched me off immediately. It wasn't until I think 90 seconds into the video that you showed your own creation, your own contraption, and it's spitting out the ice. And it worked, but I just wanted to see that immediately, because what a viewer's expectation is, they see the thumbnail, they want an immediate payoff of that thumbnail in the video in the first 20 seconds, and you delayed that for, I think, too long. So ultimately, for all of these, you want to show the final product in action in the first 30 seconds, because that will intrigue people enough to see how you built it, I think. So try and consider that going forward. Dan, you've had a bit of time to look at this one. Other than tasering people with plugs, which I don't recommend, what else could you add?
Well, The Mandalorian Season 2 is just...
Hey, that's a second reference. There we go.
Can you make a Mandalorian jetpack?
Ooh.
I mean, I don't know. I really like what you said about how the Avengers has moved on. It would have been so perfect if that video came out when Endgame dropped, or a trailer or anything. We're just so far away from that now. So I think this is cool. You clearly have a skill that I could never conjure, and you could have a very successful channel down the road.
Or a baby Yoda that is actually able to use the Force.
Yeah, see?
That would get you billions of views, I think.
Yes.
I
agree.
Cool contraptions. We hope to see something on The Mandalorian in the next couple of months from your channel. And I think that is all of the pre-selected channels that we had. So we're going to take a very quick break. And when we come back, we'll be going into the random zone of vidIQ channel audits. Stick around, because we won't be long. We'll be back soon. This is a word from our sponsors, who happen to be, of course, ourselves.
If you're a creator, you know it's easy to lose focus.
Psst. Oh yes, hey there. You've caught me in a moment of pure productivity. I know it doesn't look like I'm doing anything on my YouTube channel right now, but that's because vidIQ is hard at work for me.
vidIQ makes it easy to see the bigger picture, from complete video analysis to keyword and topic research to recommended channel actions. It's all here in one place, so you can focus on the stuff that matters.
Nice. You know what really helps me as a YouTuber? It's getting those analytics that help me spot trends so that I can use them for my own videos.
And to see the breakdown of your channel's progress in real time. When you're creating content, you shouldn't have to worry if your video will get noticed on YouTube.
So with vidIQ, it's pretty simple. Spend more time creating and less time working. How's that even possible?
Download and install vidIQ for free at vidIQ.com.
And the channel audits continue. We're now into the random stage of the audits. What we're going to do here is we have the non-gaming channel audit submission form, where we have 400 channels that have submitted, and the gaming channels, where we have 500 channels that have submitted, and we're going to pick from these channels alternatively. So let me just fix the selection claw so that all channels are included. And we'll start with a gaming channel, I think, since we've been looking at non-gaming channels for a while. So Dan, get ready with your auditing advice. And the first channel we're going to audit here is 376. So this is a point where I start to feel really nervous, because when I type stuff in and I use copy and paste, it doesn't work for some reason. But hopefully, here we go. Right.
Let's play walkthroughs of Mario games, they said. All right, let's see.
Let's go then. This is Ben729 Gaming here. And looking at your thumbnails, you are a Super Mario channel right now. Super Mario World, Super Mario 3D World. Has that just come out on the Switch, Dan, or has it been announced? Because I know it's in the news, isn't it?
Mario is in the news. I don't think 3D World's in the set, but there's a set of games coming out that are being remastered or whatever for the Switch. So
I thought Nintendo had announced two. So they'd announced the 35th anniversary, which included, All Stars Odyssey? No, 64 Odyssey. Yep. No, not Odyssey.
No, Galaxy.
Galaxy, yeah. And then they'd announced this 3D Worlds with an expansion on it. I'm sure someone will correct us in the chat.
Maybe. I know 3D World's been around for a while. Maybe they added to it, but there's a bunch of Mario stuff that just happened. So for this channel, 2 months ago, welcome to YouTube. I appreciate what you're trying to go for in the thumbnails, but I do think you're putting quite a bit of effort in these because we just got elements kind of scattered around. We got Super Mario 3D World in this corner. Then the word all keeps popping up. Oh, it's all stars. Okay, but the star and the all are so far away from each other, they look like separate things.
Yeah, right. Okay, that's confusing, isn't it?
Yeah, so I think there's too much imagery going on, and I think you should really look to simplify your thumbnails. You'll find it's a lot quicker to make them, and these are, just because the color's very eye-catching, I don't think you need to do too much more just as you're getting started learning how to make good thumbnails. And then part 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8... You're doing walkthroughs. You did say that's what you're doing, which is cool, but it's going to be really tough to get your channel discovered, especially after part 1. Part 1s tend to do better than anything else.
Just to confirm then, it has been announced, Dan. I think Super Mario 3D World for the Switch.
Interesting. Okay, so this was on a different console then, and they're bringing it to the Switch. Okay.
Yeah. So there's something a little intriguing here is this may work or it may completely fail, but if it's just a remaster of an existing game, I'm wondering if you could do walkthroughs with the tech that you have, and then you're going to catch some SEO when the game's actually released. So it's almost like you can do a walkthrough before the game's even released. I know it's probably going to be a bit of a backdoor route, and that might irritate audiences if they think they're getting a walkthrough guide and then they notice the graphics are different or they realize it's a different version of the game. But that could be a route in, potentially.
Yeah. Well, my homework for this channel would be to, instead of focusing so much on what part the video took place in, focus more on the level, maybe the boss you're fighting.
Yes.
It looks like your videos are very long. You might want to try shorter videos, maybe editing a little bit more. It's just that walkthrough videos are really, really tough, and we always tell people you're going to have a lot better luck capturing new audience members by including some other videos like tips and tricks and things like that. My first video when Super Mario 3D World comes out, or when it's about to drop, would be, should you buy Super Mario 3D World for the Switch, or Super Mario 3D World Nintendo Switch review, something like that. Stuff like that tends to do really well, and it's a good way to introduce yourself to new people.
Beautiful. So that is Ben729 Gaming. I'm just going to quickly promote the vidIQ real-time stats bar again, because you noticed earlier on we were getting 3,000 views per hour. Well, when we do live streams, we always almost double our view counts over the couple of hours that you're watching. So we're now up at 5,700 views per hour, and it's in real time, and that's a completely free tool. So just remember that. It's my favorite tool in the entire world. This means I don't have to go to YouTube analytics. I can see how my channel is performing as I'm using YouTube. That's vidIQ.com, or use the links in the video description. Let's now pick a non-gaming channel then, and this is going to be 445, which doesn't exist because there aren't that many channels. So we're going to do 435. So lucky you, who was the last channel to submit. And Travis, I'm going to bring you in for this one. The channel, okay, it is a foreign language channel. So we're going to have some challenges here, I think, a little bit. You have over 100 subscribers. And
1 week.
And in 1 week, you're getting a lot of views, which is amazing. I do have a translate button. So just before I translate any of this, Travis, what do we think this channel is about?
At first, I thought it was something like Bible-esque, but I'm actually not sure. It does seem historic in some way. So maybe?
It does feel like maybe a religious teachings or religious education. I'm not sure what religion right now, I must confess, and I apologize. The About section, of course, is in another language. So we're going to press the translate button now. Maybe this is going to help us translate from Arabic to English. There we go. World of Stories. Okay. So, Arabic stories and children's stories. Okay. So that tells us a little bit more.
Yeah, and probably the nice thing about this is when you keep it tight like this, YouTube knows who to recommend your content to, because someone who's watched something from Arabic stories are probably going to get a similar one later on down the line. They're probably going to watch it too. So, yeah, I mean, smart. I mean, incredible way to start. If it's really 100 subscribers in a week, that's
absolutely
really
yeah, and view counts. I'm just mousing over the videos, Travis, and sometimes I can see some static images, but a lot of them I'm seeing like a background image and then like an audio waveform. So it almost might be like some audio commentary on the stories. And nothing more than that.
And some of the more like religious type content is that way, so it matches the niche. yeah, I think it's really great. They've done a good job. Thumbnails seem to be okay. Some are really kind of epic, which is great. And it's working now. Of course, the yellow text is sometimes darn near impossible to read, so maybe don't do that. But other than that, like it's a. I mean, what do you say about a channel that got like 100 subscribers in a week? There's not a lot.
Absolutely, yeah. With each video getting almost like 1,000 views. So let's just have a look at the description here. Publishing new stories daily. Is that correct? Yeah, daily content. So you've already got that consistency well on the way. And so I think other than some thumbnail tweaks, we would just be recommending continue what you're doing. I think also looking at the audience average view duration as well. There may be some key indicators here of whether you should be making longer content over 10 minutes or like 5 minutes. It's probably a sweet spot that you'll be able to find soon for your channel. Anything else to add here, Dan, or are we good to move on?
No, just welcome to YouTube. That's a really solid first week, so congrats.
Yeah, I always like the way that as well when you translate a YouTube page, for some reason it just takes out the subscribe wording in the button, even though it's the same. But there we are. That's YouTube for you. Right, we're going to pick a gaming channel now, and then we'll go to some more tweets. So 377 is lined up. Hang on. That's suspicious. I've just done 376. Oh, well. Hashtag rigged. As always. The next channel, anyway, is going to be Shezzy. Hello, Shezzy.
Okay.
You are currently a Last of Us walkthrough channel. So let's start with the obvious problem and then something good about the channel, in that you're playing a game that was popular 4 months ago now, and you're doing a let's play through it. So all of these big creators and the fans who want to follow their journey have been through this and done it. So you're going to have a hard time encouraging those people to watch your content. Having said that, I think the thumbnails themselves are really interesting and unique within the gaming genre, and I like that. There's something new here for me to look at, which and they're all custom thumbnails. It's almost like you're taking these graphics or these stock images almost from the game, but you're adding these lighting effects, which is very like a very simple thing to do, but it just adds a bit of uniqueness. So I always know that I'm going to be looking at Shezzy's channel when I see one of his thumbnails. What about your thoughts, Dan, here?
Well, they did just start out 2 months ago, which is cool.
They've been playing Last of Us for 2 months as well, Dan, for the walkthrough, which feels like a long time.
Yeah, I think it looks like these are not live streams. I think it would say streamed 1 month ago, if they were. But they're the length of live streams. And I have to imagine, especially being so new to YouTube, you're going to have a really hard time with retention beyond the first maybe 5 or 10 minutes of your videos. This kind of content would do really well in a live stream format, I think. And when the game is a little more fresh. I think Last of Us had its moment, and it kind of faded off pretty quick. It's not one I've played, so I can't say that with certainty, but I certainly don't see anyone talking about it anymore. And again, episode numbers, I like to discourage them. I like to focus more about what actually happened in that 2-hour video. Yeah. Something must have happened. Could that have been part of your thumbnail, title, what have you? Because I'm not going to watch episode 14. I'm going to feel way out of place, like I should have been here from the start. You know what I mean? I'm certainly not going to go back and watch the other 13 ones. Then they're all 1 to 2 hours long. So this is something that's good to do when you first start a gaming channel, just to kind of get your feel for recording, editing, making thumbnails. But I think you need to start refining your channel a little bit more. You're playing 2 different games. That might be okay, but can you give us some tips and tricks now? Can you give us something a little more high value to get some new people in?
And as I just mouse over the thumbnails, I noticed that you are not like in one of the corners, with a green screen. So we're not seeing you react. I don't know if you're doing audio commentary. I'll assume you are, but it might be good to maybe get your actual reactions to the content on camera, especially with something like The Last of Us, which does have its horror elements to it.
Right.
But I love the thumbnails. I do. Thumbnails are
and the banner.
Yeah.
Logo. Yeah. It looks like you got a brand down. Now, a little more personality, especially if these are not commentary videos. You really got to bring some personality to stuff like this.
Time for some more tweets. I think I'd spotted one here already. Yeah, if you're going to stick me through a random app which is sent to the Russian government, all right. But you've won yourself an audit here, so we'll take a look. It is the Random Club. That always makes me feel a bit nervous when I open up a channel that is the Random Club. I think it's about football. So you've got football news, previews, post-match reviews, transfer updates, football stats, predicted lineups. You're doing a lot of things.
Oh wow!
In the soccer space, you've hidden your subscriber count. So I'm not sure how many subscribers you have, but given the view counts, which are all over the place. I mean, one video here with 83 views, another one here with 8,200 views, another one here with 500 views, another one here with 50,000 views. So I think you just need to do a test here. There's probably certain things, whether it's opinion pieces or it's content on other clubs, you just need to trim that fat, I would say. It looks to me as if you are a Manchester United channel, given that every time you have Manchester United in the title, you're getting many thousands of views, and then when you have just like a general transfer talk, you're getting hundreds of views. So whether you like this or not, you're not a Random Club, you're a Manchester United news update channel. As I look at this, over the course of 2 minutes, that's my thoughts, just like on the topic. So I'll throw it over to maybe Travis. What do you think about the thumbnails? If you can disconnect yourself a little bit from the spot if you're not too familiar with it.
Yeah, I mean, obviously some of these are working good enough. They look good, and some of these are working good enough to get tens of thousands of views. So it is a strange channel. Is it certain teams or certain players that are doing this? Because the numbers are so
I think it's just Manchester United. I think it's that one when he includes that club. I mean, we can sort by most popular. So look for this icon. That's the club emblem. And so you see when that club emblem is on the thumbnails, it's all Manchester United stuff that's doing really well.
Yeah, I mean, so definitely lean on that. I mean, that's what's working. I mean, I'm sure you want to cover other stuff as well, which is great. It's just that it's going to be slower than your other content, and figure out ways to link them together, playlist, end screens, calls to action in the video. Like, hey, if you like this about Manchester United, I have some news, some transfer news that just came out yesterday you might be interested in, because they're so randomly.
Just looking at how old the channel is, like less than 2 months old, and we've nearly got 200,000 views already.
Yeah, that's insane. So it's, if you really just want to blow up, just do Manchester United. Go all the way up, and then, bring people along for the rest of the content later. Yeah.
Interesting that you did one news story about MS Dhoni, the famous cricket player, retiring. That leads me into perhaps your... does it say where you're from in the About section? I thought it used to.
India.
Oh, India. So maybe that that is your strength, that you're providing the Indian opinion on Manchester United, like a super famous popular club, but maybe not that many people in your region are covering them the way you do. So I think that might be like a superpower you have as well. Dan, any final thoughts, or are you all American football?
Neither, really, but no, I think they're doing good. I noticed the news videos generally speaking, seem to do better than the interviews, for example. So the shorter form content, just the quick news updates. So I think the strategy, they have enough data here. I think the strategy is kind of laid out for them already.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, and thanks for the tweet.
That's great.
Thanks. Awesome. I'll put a picture of Dan and Travis up there so you can do the same to them. Mind you, you know what's going to happen by the end of the live stream? Somebody will have done that to both of you in an attempt to curry favour to get their channels audited.
It's been done.
Yeah. Me when they audit my channel. Okay. Zealous is still cropping up in our feed. Oh. So has anybody seen this before? This is from my video when I was doing music, like the YouTube audio library, and so I was dancing to it.
That's funny.
So yeah, that is quite funny, Octane.
A good one.
You're using my own content against me. Octane Gaming. This channel name feels familiar, Dan.
It does.
Sure, we've audited this channel, but
we
here's the interesting thing. Like, I'm sure we've audited this channel, but when I look at the content and the thumbnails, they feel so generic and familiar to other channels that I'm not sure if we have. And perhaps that's the first issue that you need to address which is to make your channel unique and identifiable.
Yes. Titles.
Correct, yeah.
That's my advice for you. Your channel is too new to be using titles that are one word long.
Yeah.
There's maybe 0.0001% of channels can get away with that. The channels with millions of subscribers, and even they might tell you not to do that. So that's a lot of time spent on a video that you're just kind of putting up, and you're not giving it any tools to succeed at all.
I mean, the last 3 videos, including titles of games, PUBG, Fortnite. Look at the view counts. They're way higher than the ones down here.
And even Fortnite montage isn't quite specific enough. I would be doing more to get people to come in, especially showing the best moment from the montage in the thumbnail. Anything you can do to get that title to work for you a little bit more, because a lot of people are putting up like one word, Fortnite montage, you know? So I do think that titles are your biggest low-hanging fruit. I agree completely with what Rob said about how these look kind of generic. At the same time, they still are eye-catching. They're still nice.
Yeah.
This is like the bare minimum for Fortnite in terms of thumbnails. You're at least doing that. Now it's titles.
Awesome. Okay, we've already given you a lot of education here, and hopefully you've learned a lot from the channels that we've audited, whether they are yours or others. If you want to take your learning to the next level, then we have an entire school, university, learning establishment where you can do just that. And it is the vidIQ Academy. Every month we offer a new course that's completely free, along with our guide on using vidIQ. And this month we are offering Sydney's excellent course on how to set up your YouTube filming space. And it looks at how to set up maybe just a general space like this, how to set up a gaming studio, so that would be really valuable for a lot of you. And also if you're a cook, he did one on how to set up a recording space in a room that maybe you don't use as a recording space every single day. And that is completely free right now. So if you sign up to vidIQ and you use some of the tools that I've already shown you during this live stream, you also get access to the vidIQ Academy and this free course. It goes together with all of the courses we have here at vidIQ. So if you do decide to get a subscription plan with vidIQ, then you get all of this learning as well, including how to start your YouTube channel from the very beginning, the complete guide to making money, all of the analytics that we have in the YouTube studio. So yeah, do check out all of that useful stuff. But just to reiterate, if you are a completely free user here at vidIQ, then you do get access to currently Sydney's course on how to set up a YouTube filming space. Now then, Dan and Travis, I want us to try and do a quick fire round where we look at a channel for like a minute, offer as many quick pieces of advice as we can, and then we move on to the next one. So I'm going to start with this. Oh, look at that, 464. It's just picked out the last channel in the non-gaming space. So let's see how quickly we can offer some advice to this. It's a case of, this is free run. We'll just offer any advice we can very quickly about Milestone 21. I'm going to start with that looks like a generic channel banner, and all of your videos are about KSI. So maybe fix your channel banner. That would be my quick advice. Travis?
Yeah, I mean, obviously the views are going to be really good because he's very consistent.
Yeah.
And it's about one particular subject, so people know when they come, they're going to get what they're going to get. And there you go. Yeah, definitely make the banner something about KSI because it's working.
Dan?
I mean, look at these views.
Yeah, incredible.
This is crazy.
Here's the interesting thing. Lots of views, no subscribers.
Oh, yeah. Are we not doing calls to action? We gotta let people know to subscribe.
And the final thing is, this is now raising alarm bells in my head. Is this just content that you're taking from KSA, like clips from his videos, and then sticking them on your own channel and then adding thumbnails? Kind of feels like that, just from the little clips I can see. That's a little worrying because that's copyrighted content and you shouldn't be doing that. So this might be why you're getting loads of views, but ultimately YouTube is gonna discover that this is all copyright unless KSI is letting you use that. So that's something else to be aware of. Let's move on to the next channel then. We're going to try and go through these as rapidly and as efficiently as possible. And this is now a gaming channel that we're looking at. And let me paste it in there. And Dan, you are looking at a channel that is called T-Boy104. Christopher, that's me. That's completely lost me so far in the channel banner.
Channel banner. Custom thumbnails, and do some keyword research for your titles, because it looks like your videos are short, which would make them, watchable, especially when you're new. You want to start kind of small. But yeah, I think you need to be doing some more research into your titles, and you need to be using custom thumbnails.
Absolutely, yeah. You're including the game name, which is fine, but then what's the value of the game? What's the value of what's happening in the game when you do your videos?
Yeah.
So yeah,
it's hard to know what's going on in these.
It's fantastic that you're not using any text right now, because often it's the opposite, where channels start with too much text on their thumbnails. So I like that, and you're keeping the imagery clean. But we have no idea what's going on in these videos, what's going to make us click, and I think that's what you maybe need to concentrate on next. And the channel banner is just throwing me completely. Is that the flag of Denmark? I think. Someone will probably correct me in the comments. Next channel is going to be 203. This is a non-gaming channel that we are now looking at. And this is going to be Shane Banner, I think, is the name of the channel. And it has nearly 100 subscribers. Travis, let's start with some advice from you for this one.
Thumbnails are not bad, but if you look at baking type videos on YouTube, you'll notice there's almost no text, very little text, and the hero is the actual food.
Yep.
So definitely always have the hero be like dead center, really zoomed in, looking good, maybe a little saturation pop or something like that. Very little text. I like some of the things you've done. Some of these look really good. So yeah, I would just start there at the thumbnail and then work your way from there, and then make sure that you have good calls to action and people are liking and subscribing if they like the content.
Would you say, Travis, that these thumbnails down here, although they are just freeze frames, are more effective than the ones where it's just a little more chaotic up here?
Yeah, it's funny how that can work sometimes. Just a quick screen grab, if you don't know how to make a custom thumbnail, sometimes is the better move.
Yeah. Dan, what do you think?
Yeah, no, I kind of agree with everything that's been said. Kind of interesting that the all caps in the start of the title, and then it goes some of these titles are kind of
yeah. How to make mermaid cake. How to make Starbucks themed birthday cake. Yeah. Yeah, just noticed that. I just got a little bit of a ASMR Mag UK vibe here, Travis, just as a look at how to make a leopard print party cake, how to make a Starbucks themed birthday cake. Really? Yeah. These unusual cake making ones. That's exactly how one of our channels that we support and follow has hit 100,000 subscribers in the ASMR market, which is interesting. And I think, I feel that the simplicity is going to help you out, I think, in these thumbnails. I mean, what you don't want to do is end up with this. That is like the complete opposite of where the thumbnail strategy should be going. I feel as if this is like a good, perhaps, combination of the two right now. But I still feel as if these ones are better with a simple imagery that's going on.
Yeah, I agree.
Maybe do you think they need to add a little bit more about their value proposition? Like, what type of cakes are they making? Might be, because it feels as if there's a bit of a cartoon element in some of these, which might be worth adding as well.
Yeah, if it's something specific, that'd be pretty cool.
Okay, that is Shane Banner, and now we're going to move on to another gaming channel by using the claw, and it's 206 this time. 206, and I will update the numbers after this to make sure that everybody is considered for selection. All right, this one is Esteban Plays. You have 41 subscribers. You have a channel banner which has a huge banana in it. Is that from Roblox?
I think it's Fortnite.
Fortnite. Okay. So you joined YouTube a month ago. We have a bit of Roblox. We have a bit of Fortnite montage. I'm intrigued to know. I would love to know how many videos there are on YouTube that are just called Fortnite montage. That's just an intriguing thought that's jumped into my mind. How many videos are called Sub Honesty Tech in TOH? probably the opposite end of a scale, and yet that has more views, which is interesting.
Right. Well, in Roblox, I think there's a chance to niche down there because it's a game full of games. So, so here's what I'll say. Welcome to YouTube, first of all. I would just play Roblox. I would get rid of the Fortnite imagery in your banner, unless you like Fortnite better. But Roblox I like because it's so big, so vast. Get into one game in Roblox that you really enjoy and cover it from front to back. You can do some Let's Play content, but then you can also show off different things, different creations. Again, tips and tricks, things like that. I think you'll see that your channel is going to grow a lot more efficiently. It looks like TOH is something that your channel is doing really well with. 116 views, 54 views.
Oh, good spot. Good spot.
Yeah. So I want you to stick to one thing as long as you can and slowly branch out. But you're starting with two of the most popular games on YouTube, and it looks like you're just kind of trying stuff. It's good for learning how to use everything, and make thumbnails and edit videos and stuff like that. But try to get into that niche and really own it.
Dan, since we're on the topic of gamings, I'm going to give you 30 seconds to promote our new gaming platform while I pick another channel in the background. Go.
Yes, the vidIQ gaming platform that we have now. We're on Twitch, which is awesome. So we played the last 3 streams. We've played Fall Guys, and I finally got a crown.
You did.
It happened. It
Dominated.
happened live, and now we're trying to get Rob a crown. So tomorrow we're going to play some more Fall Guys at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. That is 2 p.m. Pacific. And come hang out with us. I'm going to post the link right now so you guys can go give it a follow so you don't miss that stream, because that is the best way to get notified.
Well played, sir. Well played. I hope to see you all in the gaming live stream tomorrow on Twitch. And so let's go back to some channels. I have never seen a channel with these symbols in the channel name, especially just the one in there. Looks to be an anime channel. What anime, I'm not sure. And you talk about a new intro yet again. Is this anime that you're working on? I assume not, or remastered? Are you trying to edit existing anime? That's intriguing. You got some videos here with a couple of thousand views, which is great. They look a bit dank memey to me. Any other thoughts here? I'm just going to randomly scroll through this and tell us if you can pick anything out. I think it's an animation channel. Oh, well, there you go.
Oh, there you go. Did they post on the wrong form?
I think they posted in the wrong form, but I'm not seeing that much gaming stuff.
Lately.
I mean, this is confusing. Is it a gaming channel or is it a meme channel?
Well,
Or
I
is
guess
it
the
an
advice
animation
would
channel?
be channel focus.
Yeah. I mean, you got these breakout videos here. You've got over 1,000 subscribers. And when I look at these, I still can't work out what the channel's about. Some Minecraft stuff. Something that was re-uploaded. Friday Nights at Freddy's. Yan de Rep Dev. Apologies if I pronounced that wrong. That seems to be your most consistent, powerful video content. But I don't know if that's your own content or it's taken from elsewhere. Strange. Very strange.
Yeah, I think channel focus. We don't know what we're getting. And that's my advice.
All right, Travis. I want you to sum up your advice for this channel in perhaps one sentence of a few words.
Yeah, what they said.
Yeah, you've got like real potential here, but I just don't know who you're trying to direct it towards. Some of these videos are quite old, which isn't going to help you. But there's that little trend there of these five months ago with these 3 videos that really did well. Could you explore that topic a little bit more?
This is very likely a case we just don't understand the game or the animation or whatever it is. But go back to those and try and figure out what search terms got people to find it and how is the click-through rate, and just kind of study those and see if you can double down.
Right. Okay. That's that channel done with. Let's move on to the next gaming channel and bring up
It's a pretty slow lightning round, Rob.
Sorry?
This lightning round is not very lightning.
No, I thought we were doing well with the lightning until we did the gaming plug.
I guess we got tripped up.
All right. Forget Gaming uploads every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So the gaming channel name intrigues me, and it looks as if you're doing retro gaming, perhaps, because there's some stuff about top NES games of all time, and something about Family Guy. There's a walkthrough of SpongeBob. Some more Family Guy stuff.
Yeah.
Playthroughs.
So, yeah, another channel doing a lot of long form walkthroughs and things like that. Trying a lot of different games, and we go back to the issue of I subscribed for Paper Mario, and then Super Monkey Ball popped up, and I was into the Paper Mario content, so I'm gonna wait for that. So your viewers, you're building a bunch of different little audiences, and that's going to be a tough strategy. And it looks like a lot of live streams, which isn't a bad thing. Live streams are cool. I would just kind of mix it up a little bit more. So live stream, and then a couple of more maybe tips and tricks about maybe the game you're going to live stream. So if you're going to do SpongeBob walkthrough in a live stream, then maybe give your top 5 favorite things about the game, leading up to the next live stream, things like that.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be hard for me to tell this channel to find one game and niche down. They just play so many things.
Yeah, the channel name is throwing me a little bit because I assume it's about retro, and then we have some references to the NES, but then there's still like a 30-year time span between the games that are being played. So you haven't really nailed your colours to the 8-bit mast of gaming, or the 32-bit gaming of PlayStation or whatever. So there's still a big leap around different games, and how much is your audience going to really connect with that? I think it's always good to maybe sort by most popular and see if there's a video that's jumping out. There isn't really. You were playing World of Warcraft, and when you niche down onto that, the audience was following you for that. So I would suspect that a lot of your subscribers came from the World of Warcraft, but that's no longer the case. So you're kind of regressing a little bit, hopefully, to go forward in the future. But realize this: when you were niched to a particular game, you had consistent view counts. Now you're jumping from game to game. The view counts are a little all over the shop, so do bear that in mind. All right, next channel is going to be 104, and this is a non-gaming channel, so let's key that in. And is this another religious channel? I think it's telling me in the about section. There we are. So yeah, this is 2 religious channels that we haven't done one for the past year, for 6 months, and then all of a sudden 2 come along at once. And so this channel, again, I think it's Arabic. For some reason, I can't translate this time. The button isn't up there for me to do that. And so we've all been in Arabic text, including the thumbnails. There's not much we can really offer here. I think the thumbnails actually don't look too bad.
Yeah, they look good.
I think they're very clear. If the text within the pages is communicating what it should be, that's great. What I would be interested to know is, I'm looking at the average video length here, and it seems to be maybe 2 or 3 minutes. Some videos are 5 minutes, some videos are like less than a minute or a minute. And I know that other channel, when they were doing their religious storytelling, I think all of their videos were over 10 minutes, or they were 5 minutes at least. So I'm wondering if the creator wants to experiment here with slightly longer videos. That would be my suggestion. Travis, anything from you maybe to add?
Yeah, it's hard to say. I mean, without knowing exactly 20 seconds seems too short. But yeah, it's hard to say without knowing more about it. It looks fine from the outside in, but interestingly, we had another channel with looked like similar-ish content was killing it. So
yeah. So this time when I'm just mousing over, it looks like you're maybe using stock imagery as you're perhaps doing some audio narration. But I noticed there that you're using almost maybe identical stock imagery in some of these. So there might be something to look at. Yeah, that's the 3rd time I've seen that animation there, and the 4th time. So I'm wondering if there's the viewers might be getting a little too familiar with the same imagery you're using on your videos. Again, look at audience view duration, see if that's been impacted at all. But yeah, certainly the earlier channel that we saw, you could probably get some useful tips from them for your content. Dan, you might struggle to add anything else, but if you do have anything else to add, now is your chance.
No, I think we should move on.
All right, then. Let's go back to some... I should just leave that there for the rest of the live stream. Maybe doing 10 hours of me dancing to that music. I if anyone wants to upload that to YouTube, go ahead right now. So that's a funny one. It's 100% Zelda. I don't know if we need to audit that channel, since they are killing it. Is that like generic channel banners that they put as faces?
Yeah,
that's even better. That is nice work.
Oh my goodness.
Well done. But you haven't even offered your channel 100% Zelda, so I think you're just having a little bit of fun with us. We're not quite at 1 million subscribers yet, although we have gained 1 million subscribers on the channel. Unfortunately, we've lost quite a lot as well. That person will continue to sit as a skeleton, rotating around their chair, waiting. And when they don't audit the channel... God, that's a blast of a past as well. That's from Vid Summit 2018, I think that picture is. Yeah, we've mentioned Baby Yoda. I can see how you're tying things in there. That's a good one as well. Right, anything I should pick here, Dan, Travis? Any
I like
preferences?
oh hell no, that's pretty
Yeah.
Yeah, oh hell no. Now this is Champ Gaming. We're going to audit your channel. You have 274 subscribers.
Hell no. Kidding. I'm sorry.
Savage would have a field day on this one.
It's late. But we're not using custom thumbnails, are we?
That is correct. We are not.
We're reacting to our own subscriber goals. That's what those are. All right.
We're using StreamYards, I think, given the graphical layout there.
Yeah, potentially. Huh. We got, okay, for random boss skin challenge, Fortnite. Okay, pretending I'm playing Fortnite. So, you had some Fortnite content that was doing good.
Yeah, so the bosses had a little bit of a trend on your channel. I didn't know
it
the word
looks like you're,
boss items, right?
It looks like other than that, you're just really excited about getting 300 subscribers. And I would just want to see more of the stuff I subscribe for. You know what I mean? When you hit 300 subscribers, maybe, you know, something really quick in your next video. Like, by the way, thank you for 300 subscribers. But this kind of content where it's just, I'm going to, you know, stream myself waiting to get 300 subscribers. It's not quite going to work. I always tell people don't be so, it's cool to be like excited about your next milestone, but don't make your whole channel about that one thing, you know?
Screw that. When we get 1 million subscribers, it's going to be nothing but a month's worth of content about it done on my channel.
Well, okay, save it for 1 million subscribers.
Thank you. Right, okay,
I'll
so
allow
let's move on from Champ Games. Champ Games 123. I thought there was another one that I liked here. There's just too much text there, you know what I mean? Like on a thumbnail. I don't want to read through it all, and I don't want you to have to spend time reading through all of that. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to pick this one because it's simple. I played a little bit of joke on them, but Daxels with your 8,500 subscribers. First of all, congratulations on that. And you are another reacting channel, but you're reacting to what? What do you think on this one then, Travis? This is an intriguing one to look at.
Yeah, it's
reacting to blank on all of their titles, which I think is good for reinforcing what the audience should expect from each video.
Yeah, and it looks like they do a lot of them. The last 24 hours and so doing a lot of them. If you scroll down a little bit, let's see if any of them take off after a while. Not always. I think you just need to make sure whatever you're reacting to is something that's super, trendy at the moment. Otherwise, it is going to be hard to gain views on it, because the reality is people will be interested in something that's hot right then and there. You have a bigger pool of people to choose from. But if you look at something like you're reacting to something that's maybe old and people don't care as much, then maybe that's an issue.
Just looking at these ones here, do you prefer these thumbnails with the sort of coloured backgrounds compared to? Those are all of the more popular ones, and now there's a little bit of variety in each thumbnail. Just wondering why. Yeah,
I would just look at the click-through rates and let the data tell you. It's hard to say. I like the newer ones, but I guess these, worked okay. So
yellow was a theme that seems to be working well for your channel. All of the most popular videos, every single one of them, when you use that yellow theme.
Mm-hmm.
Just an observation here. I don't know if there's any particular logic to that, but yeah.
One's only 4 months old, so there must be something to it.
And Dan, let's have a final thoughts from you on this one.
I've been trying to work out the niche because I was going to say maybe do reactions to just the game Among Us, for example, as your niche, but maybe the reaction is more about the person they're reacting to. Maybe the niche rather is more about the person they're reacting to.
Yeah, just reacting to popular influencers, I think, is as far as I'm prepared to go in niching down the channel. Posting Monday to Friday, so again, that commitment and consistency is paying off.
Yeah, it's going to be a matter of hits and misses. I think like if you react to somebody like a popular streamer or a group of streamers and it works, I would try and continue reacting to those people. Because if you move away, and maybe you're doing that, if you move away from them too quickly, you might lose out on some momentum that you were kind of building. But in this case, yeah, at first I just thought it was reactions to games themselves, and as I kept looking, it's like, well, it seems to always be a creator. It's less about the game and more about what they're playing. So in this case, it's going to be the creator kind of pulling that in.
And the final minor point, your text is always being cut off by the timestamp in the bottom right-hand corner, but
yes.
You do it on every single video. It's probably not having too much of an impact because it's the same thing, the word reacts, but just an observation there. All right, I think we've got time for just a couple more channels from the random selection. So let me just check. We've got the numbers. 600 submissions there and 480 from non-gaming channels. So once again, we've had more than 1,000 channel submissions, and I think we've got through quite a few this week. What are we auditing? Let's go with a non-gaming channel for 83, and it is... Oh, hello. They're telling us they have 686. Hang on.
That's us.
What, is that us?
Huh.
Okay. Oh, they've just sent us their own... Well, I thought you were at least going to let us audit our own channel there. But rather than just giving us a link. Right, so I've completely confused myself now. So I'm going to pick channel 84 instead. I don't know who submitted that, but cheers. Appreciate that. Music channel, right. So we audited a music channel right at the start of this live stream, and we're going to audit one right at the end here. This is Chris Payamo. I hope I pronounced your surname correctly. And so you have some nice view counts for a music channel. Oh, well, you told us you were a music channel, but now I'm looking at... Hang on, let me just confirm this. Music cover channel. That's what you told us you are. And all I'm seeing is games.
Yeah.
You lied.
You lied.
Well, lately they've been doing something different.
Okay, yeah. What, for the last 4 or 5 videos?
4 years ago, they stopped. Right.
Yeah. Okay. Right, I did not notice that.
They should unlist those old videos.
Yeah.
Yeah, so basically this is your channel now. I'll tell you what is intriguing, the fact that you had a 4-year break, and when you come back, the view counts are better than what they were... or comparable. Like usually you get like YouTube would just lose you in the fog of creative war.
Yeah, I don't believe the 2,500 on the intro channel. I think that might be AdSensed.
You reckon? It's got 300 likes.
Likes. Why would that get that many views? It might, maybe it's posted somewhere. I don't buy it. 46-second intro. I don't buy it. So I don't know. I'm saying I don't know.
So really, we're only judging this channel off two videos where you've done a video montage. Okay, that's fine. Done well. And then you are, I think, doing your first music cover here, and it's got 700 views, which is, I think, great for a channel of your size. The thumbnails look good in this kind of blue theme that you got, and you're cutting yourself out from the background so that you have more vibrancy in the foreground. I think that's good. But there isn't that much for us to go on other than that. Dan, if you've got any thoughts, save them now or forever hold your peace.
Definitely unlist those older videos. Definitely threw us for a loop there. And yeah, pivots like this, I would just wish this creator luck, especially that first music cover doing so well. That's awesome. Nothing to add, really. I like the new thumbnails, by the way.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, brings another channel audit to a conclusion. We have audited so many different channels this week, all of interesting styles like contraption channels and music channels that are reacting to stuff that have done well, some interesting gaming channels, and we hope you've learned a lot of things from all of those types of channels. Let me just remind you again, if you enjoyed this live stream, It really does help us if you give us a thumbs up and you share this live stream with like-minded creators. And make sure to visit us on all of our social platforms, those being Twitter, Instagram. Dan, quick sale of a Discord channel. Go, you got 15 seconds this time.
vidIQ.com/Discord. There's a whole bunch of creators in there that give advice, that take advice from each other. It's amazing. If you didn't get an audit, I'd highly recommend checking it out. Be sure to read the rules when you get there. You are not allowed to self-promote, but you are totally allowed to say, how's this thumbnail? Or what do you think of my new banner? It's an amazing community. It's been awesome.
Woof, awesome plug there. We've also got the gaming live stream that's happening tomorrow on Twitch at 2 p.m. Pacific time. I think I've got that right, Dan. And don't forget, we've got the merch now available if you want to check out the shelf underneath this live stream. I think that's all of the plugs that I can manage in one single live stream. So, Travis, can you say goodbye to some of our wonderful community here?
Yeah,
that have joined us for the last
Magdalena
couple of
Helen,
hours?
thank you for showing up. Zenzarius, definitely the Epic Gamer, and Cue Ball Gaming, I think I see.
Thank you for shouting out our moderators. We always appreciate your assistance with these live streams. And Dan, with your pitch perfect voice for radio pronunciation skills, who are we saying goodbye to?
I just wanted to give an extra thank you to the moderators because you guys were super busy today. I super appreciate all of you.
Yep.
Vloop Plays Minecraft, thank you for being here. Simple Chrissy will say thank you for being here. Vintage God, thank you for being here. Pisces, Gooner Gaming TV, thank you for being here. And one more, ZG Productions, we actually audited you. Thank you for being here. Have a good one.
And I'm going to say thank you to the following people that include the Intelligent Giant, Abdul Plays, Scream, Scuba Zoes, Meme Lozenge, I think it's the name of that channel, Matchbox Tunes, Jagger Loco, and finally, we could never do any of these live streams without this message is held for review, and you've been put out in timeout for 300 seconds. Time is the most valuable currency on YouTube, and you just spent 2 hours with us. We hope that you use that time valuably on your channel, and you use your viewers' time just as valuably as well. I've said valuably there at least 3 or 4 times in a space of 30 seconds. Dan, you're on screen, so you get to wave awkwardly at the camera while I fumble about on StreamYards or Streamlabs trying to find out the thing I need to click.
Come watch Rob win his crown tomorrow.
Yeah, hopefully, fingers crossed. Bye for now. This is the outro.